Kia team, and welcome back to Anno 1800 on PS5 console. I hope you have all had a nice refreshing break. I have de-stressed. I haven't touched Anno 1800 for a few days, and I am back into it, and I have done a few things, and we'll catch up on a few of those things in a minute. As you can see, we're currently doing okay. I mean, we have 159,000 in the bank, and we're going up at 2,000 or thereabouts. But what we'll do is we'll do a quick Ireland health check first. So we'll start off with Remedy. We'll have a look at the finances first. So we're currently in the black, which is pretty good. Everybody looks happy, everybody looks happy, everybody looks happy. I've got rid of a few things. I had a visitor's peer here, got rid of it. It was generating 230 income and costing an awful lot more, so it wasn't worth it. So I got rid of it. Got rid of gun factory because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to start thinking on how I can make the most of downsizing production on this island, because I have a lot of production buildings and they are eating up an awful lot of cost, but I'm also conscious that I still need to keep this island making money, so I need to think about how I'm maybe going to downgrade this island as I gradually upgrade the other one, and it's going to be a very finely balanced act. As you can see, I have gotten rid of the power plant, I have gotten rid of the shipyard, and I have gotten rid of the machine factory because I do not need them, and they definitely soak up an awful lot of costs. We are still making oil, which is great, and we still have an oil harbor, which has some oil in it. And that is because I now have an oil tanker, which is wherever it is. Should be. That's not mine. Should be here somewhere. Here it is. Here is my oil tanker, which is carrying the oil, which is not a lot, from Remedy, over to here to fill up this oil harbor.
The little piglet that keeps coming back to the teat. It's adorable.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so I got rid of all that because we finally got our oil tanker up and running, and because we got the oil tanker up and running, we can get the other island up and running, and I'll talk about that soon. So otherwise, this is fine. It's doing okay. No major dramas. A little bit of tinkering around the edges, and I need to think about how I'm going to downgrade this to save money, but still keep enough operating to make it worthwhile. This is Hanberrenge, or whatever you want to call it, and it is currently well in the black, 4,107 in the black, which is really, really good. So that is marvelous. There is an awful lot of things here which are currently switched off. I've been balancing a few costs and various other bits and pieces that I have needed to balance. And we'll talk about that when we get to the new world. But we have expanded some. We've increased our pool of engineers and some artisans. We are lining up to deliver them with electricity. They are mostly happy. We have given them most things. Electricity is obviously the next thing, and light bulbs is the next thing. So we're getting ready to make that transition in the center here. We already have electricity generation over here, and some of these things that are critical, like clock makers and the spectacle factory and the goldsmiths, which is required. We also have over here the smeltery, but I think it's this one. No, not that one. We do have, or did have, I thought, a bicycle factory. Maybe, meh. Is this one? It's paused? It is paused. Wonder what happens if we switch that on. Ooh, it's taking a chunk down, but I probably need it. What's my stores of penny farthings look like when it's at home? Penny farthings down near the bottom is, where are you? 73. Probably could do with some gold smeltery watches. Yeah, okay. We'll run it for a bit. I've basically eaten through an awful lot of my money because Von Mulching and Gasparov keep buying shares in my islands, and shares in my islands just means that they're sucking up my income, which I don't want them to do. but it has eaten into my pool of money quite a lot.
Workforce shortage.
But well, we'll get to cruising meat in a minute. But otherwise, this island's okay. I've expanded out here with some more charcoal kilns to keep all of the foundries running, which keeps the canneries running. That's what's kept the canneries and the artisanal kitchens running. I've got a couple of them here in the canneries. I've got a couple of canneries. I think my supply is pretty good. Where are we with cans? 45. So I think once it gets up into hundreds or so, I can probably switch one of the canneries off. But we'll see how it goes. So otherwise going pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. We are definitely moving on. We are definitely moving on. Bit of a rum shortage with the new world, but we'll go and we'll have a look at that now, because that's probably what's mostly playing havoc. Cruisometer, what's happening at Cruisometer? Cruisometer, something has gone wrong. What is it this time over here? It is
growing strong.
it is these things again, ponchos. Oh my gosh, really? I mean, I already made massive amounts of changes over here to try and get enough ponchos made. And it obviously hasn't worked for some reason, or something is going wrong. I'll have to get this somehow sorted. Although to be fair, what's this? Cotton? I can probably switch.
Hey, Baka!
I don't know what that means. Switch these cottons off because we have usually quite an abundance of cotton and it's not a critical need for this island. We have plenty of cotton back on the old world.
Storeroom's full, boss.
He's showing up as pretty full anyway, so that's that. So the New World islands are proving to be a little bit tricky. The issue is supplying the other island with the necessary food to keep it running. I would be fine if it was just this island, but it isn't just this island, sadly. So that's one of my issues. One of my issues is with it being not just this island. I have to do extra things. Never mind the dog shaking itself in the background. So let's switch some of these things off till we can get this supply issue sorted. There we go. Because I have a lot of those. What is the story with these ponchos? Ponchos, 0. Okay, why is that? Let's have a look at production over here. Ponchos. Ponchos, making 4, need 8? Holy heck, really? Blimey. Making 8, need 2. Right, well, we need way more poncho makers than I originally thought, which is probably what the drama is. Can I get you up there? There's room for another 2 up there. That ought to sort that. The issue now being, look at how many extra people I need. Can I get a road around the front there, I wonder? I think I can. Alright, let's see where we are with poncho production. Potential. No, look, potential is 23. Oh, this is 25. There's no way I need 23. What the heck? I'm not even looking at my thing right. That's what happens when you take a break. You go mad. $18. What am I, exporting ponchos? I can't be. Why would I be doing that? That wouldn't make any sense. Trade route? Trade route to Cruzamita. No, I'm not. I'm not getting rid of ponchos. So what's the drama here? It can only be. Sorry, it can only be these things. Yeah, yeah. Making 8, but need 20. What do we need 20 for? Is that for? That must be for the bombins or something. So I don't have anywhere near enough of the, what is it, alpacas. So maybe I don't need this cornfield here, or that one there, or indeed that road. And what we'll do is we will line up another road down here, and we will line up some of these alpacas. Really need to be connected to the road. That'll be the key. There you go. Right, Mr. Alpaca, how big is your alpaca lot? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Maybe we got room for... Oh, if only you worked. If only you worked consistently the same way every time instead of working differently every time. Right. How's that? 13 over 18. Sheesh. That's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? How many bombins have I got? Because if I'm over making hats...
Read while I floss my moustache.
He offers me 36k.
Most
Sure,
promising.
I'll take that. Blimey, where are we with hats? No, not great on the hats front with this one either. This is suddenly
We are
not good.
halfway there.
How did I get into this situation, I wonder? Right, okay, back again. Sorry about that distraction. Yeah, look, so I fixed that by added in a couple of more pens and things, and as you saw over there, added in some pens and some more, switched some darners back on and things that were switched off. So we are not doing so great on this island in terms
Ship
of
under attack.
profit and loss, but I did say this island was going to be a tricky one from that perspective because it's feeding a lot of things. And it's going to be tricky to make a profit. But again, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with it. And it looks like there's some things that are a bit excessive. So I have a bit too much in the way of corn. So, you know, I've been running that for a while, so I could delete that, for example. Get rid of that. We have these bricks. Well, I don't need to worry about those bricks anymore, so I could delete those, for example, and lose some of the costs associated with that, which I do not need. We need the timber for the rum production and various other bits and pieces. What's this? Also full outfit storage. So we can get rid of some of that. We've got the cotton, which production is paused. Who's this?
A ship was destroyed.
Tortilla maker. Get rid of him. Anything else? Anybody else? Anyone else? More bricks. Don't need bricks. Don't need bricks right now. Who's this guy? I think that's planks. Don't need planks. I think we're all good for planks. I can always get more of those if I need to. It seems like there's one over there. And a whole bunch of things that are full output storage. Is this corn again? Seem to have way more corn than I possibly need. And that's good. That's good. We had to do that. We had to do that. Um, we'll do a couple of those, and we'll let things balance out. So we're working on balancing this one out. It's still very much well, it's in the red, but only just in the red. So a bit more balancing, we could probably get that sorted. Otherwise, stocks and supplies are okay for everything except the plantains, and that's because we're exporting an awful lot of it. Um, so everything else, coffee, tortillas, etc., 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 bombings, hats, things, they're all fine. They're all fine. They're all fine. Over to our other island over here, and they are not happy about tortillas apparently. My tortilla trade, I
New
think
orders, Admiral.
no, you can carry on doing what you're doing. Um, I'm probably not apparently shipping enough tortillas, which may explain why that place had a little bit more in excess. This is currently at 700 oil, but we do have an oil trade route running, I should point out. I think the oils are probably going to need to be turned on eventually, but we're still pretty full at the minute, so I'm not going to turn it on for now. For now, healthy profit on this island, which is pretty good, but that's because we've got a few things on pause and a few things like the oil waiting to catch up.
Ship
So
under
once
attack.
we get this, for example, upgraded, what do we need? So we need to bring up the 15 windows with us at some point, so we'll upgrade this as much as we can, because this is our primary oil supply island, and we need to keep it running really well. Currently, the oil is paused because we are full, but there is an oil. There was an oil. This might be him now. No, this is him now.
Yes.
So this is the
Tanker
this
ready.
this is the first of my oil tankers arriving at the island to collect oil. So he will collect oil. So we will switch one of
We
you
cannot
lucky
catch the future
devils
standing still. Back
on,
to the future.
and you are actually probably the worst one to switch on because you're only on
Stop
one.
production.
You're on two. What are you on? You're on two. Isn't there one over here on more? How many have you got? Three, four. Turn that one on first, because that one's going to make the most amount of oil from the four wells. This one's tobacco paused for some reason. Yeah, so there you go. There's the first of our oil tankers arriving to pick up its first load of
Destroyed.
oil. Wow, my gunboats are getting taken down something chronic by the pirates. The pirates have suddenly gone quite crazy. So there you go. That's the situation with the islands. Let's go and have a look at the old world and see what's happening in the old world. Well, the pirates are going a little bit absolutely mad. But one of the things that very definitely is happening in the old world, as you can see, is Archer Gasparov is, I believe, currently at war, or was at war with Leonard von Malching, because I mean, look what he owns. So I was hoping that these two might stay at war because I think they're on sort of a much of a par in terms of military might. Um, if either of them come after me, I'm stuffed. Really, I mean, I've got two islands just about, and look what they've got. They've got an awful lot more than me. They've got way more islands than me. They're doing a lot better than me. And in terms of the New World, they're similar weight in the New World and got more islands than me. Bente is gone. Archer Gasparov beat her. This was Bente Fjord. They took her. Bente Jorgensen was quote unquote annihilated, which seems quite fierce. Defeated would be fine. Annihilated seems quite strong. But yeah, so that's that situation. Diplomatically, let's see. Gasparov. He's at war with von Malching, which is fine, and he's at war with the other person.
The people
There's no
celebrate your leadership.
No way I can get an alliance out of him. No, probably not. And right now might not be the best time. Non-aggression pact would probably be the better thing that I would like, to be honest. But I haven't got it. So there you are. That is the way things go. Sorry, disturbance in the room. But that's fine. They're both happy with me. In terms of standing with them, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, militarily, Arthur Gasparov's way ahead of me, but economically, not very much. And mulching, the same. They have all these islands, but not the same kind of thriving economy. I have a much stronger economy, which is probably why they keep, well, not much stronger economy. I am, per island, I have a much stronger economy. But that's probably why they keep coming to try and buy shares in my islands, isn't it? But the pirates don't like me. And I don't think I can probably her. What's my chances of getting a ceasefire? Medium high?
Think you've got us over a barrel.
That's
Call
good.
that a storm? Why, it was nothing at all.
No, what about you? What do you
Oh,
want?
we can hold our own. I also have my wife and children to think about.
Sure. Okay, well, as the ceasefire gives me a bit of a break with the pirates. So, that's it. My gosh, do I ramble on? I sure ramble on. So, here we are. We're all going. Everything's go. Everything's go. We are running short of
We are
something
missing
over
all the
here.
elements to produce a reaction.
Yes, the glass makers, which is over here, which is fine. There's one of them over there. I could make another one over here or something, but I don't want to. Do we need windows for anything? Why were we making windows? I was making windows for a hospital.
I can return to it later.
But I don't need to anymore because the hospital has been built. So, there you are. So, where to from here? Well, we need to go back and, as I've said, I need to work on this island, and I need to have a look at how I can downscale this island to only the necessities I need for this island. So what they have over here that I need is I need the limestone, that would be handy, and I need the iron mine, that would be handy. I need the oil, but it's not super critical actually, given that I'm getting the oil from the New World now. So arguably, it's 2 wells. It's a very small amount. It may not be a requisite to deal with oil now that I'm actually up and running myself with the New World, so I could potentially get rid of oil. I don't need this place making steel. I don't need these people,
A future
which then
bright
means
and gay.
I don't need all of the things that go along with it. I would potentially need workers, so all I need to do is have sausages, soap, bread, school, church, and beer. And I could get rid of the artisans altogether. I just simply don't need artisans, I don't believe. What do I need for this?
Halt the conveyor!
No, that's workers. I need workers for that. So I can potentially get rid of all the artisans, downgrade to only those workers that are required to keep only those things that are running, get rid of everything else, potentially. Is there any benefit for anything else like, sand extraction for stuff like that? Well, I don't currently do sand extraction over here, so I don't see that I super need it. But we do need things like the bread, and we do need things like the beer, possibly, for the other island, and we definitely need schnapps. But that's all farmers and workers, not artisans. So I really don't think I need artisans. So I think the first job is to get rid of the artisans, get rid of anything that is solely artisan related, like schools and churches and things like that, which I don't need, which are expensive. It's been fun to have the cultural stuff here, but I think what I need to do is I need to move the cultural stuff over here. So this is going to be my main island. So there's going to be a major downgrade on this island that needs to happen next to reduce the costs associated with this, have it make a profit, but have it make a profit in light of the fact that it's producing to support this island. It is no more an island of its own. I do not require it to be an island of its own. Then I can concentrate on really developing this island and getting the electricity in, getting these people up to investors, and start working towards the building of the monument, and start working towards getting that tick up to above 10,000 and getting our wealth up above 500,000, and all of those other things that we said that we needed to do to fulfill the win conditions, our victory conditions for the game, which, albeit while we're looking at the map, is like I definitely don't have all of the islands to take over the game, as it were, at the advanced level. So at the advanced level I'm sort of ticking along, but I'm definitely not in charge as much as I was in charge at the beginner level when I had to take on and defeat what's her name, the Irish madam in the New World. Really just need to probably sort this out, Cruzamita out, as the supporting island for Coracao de Pombo, and also for the Old World. But I think it's a balancing act there. I don't need to do anything drastic, not half as much as I need to do with Remedy. So there you go. I've waffled on for long enough. That's probably a nice introduction back into the series, and I'm probably going to just call it there, seeing as I have waffled on long enough and brought you up to speed with where we are and what's happening and what's going on and everything. Look at all these boats around here. He has an awful lot of boats. What is
Every
that?
detail should be reflected.
Frigates and gunboats and various other bits and pieces. Yeah, he's definitely at it, definitely at it, definitely at it. I wonder if he's going to smash this guy in the Old World or not. I'm kind of hoping that they waste a lot. Look at his defenses, waste a lot of their time, effort, and money on each other. Wow, he's already well into the investors side of things. Do either of them actually have a monument while we're here? Looking at the first things they have. I don't think that's his main island. Yeah, it could be. He's got lots of things over there. There's Ad Infinitum, I think this is his main island. He's got his investors. I don't think maybe they build monuments. Maybe they don't. I mean, he's definitely got his investors. That's for sure. He's got the bank. That's the
The whole
bank.
form of a building must speak.
Yeah, sure. Oh, look, he's got the battle cruisers. Wow, he's going to make a mess of people with battle cruisers floating around. And his cargo ships, battle cruisers, they have flame monitors? Certainly has monitors, they're pretty handy. Anyway, anyway, like I say, I digress. Welcome back. Good to see you back. Hope you've had a good time. Feel free to like. Feel free to pass comment, drop any comment, provide some comment if you like. Do subscribe to the channel. I'm still vaguely trying to get 200 before the end of the year. I do realize it's an impossibility. 150 would be good, and I think we're pretty much going to be there. Given that it took something like 7 or 8 months to get to 100, to get from 100 to 150 in 2 months is fabulous. So I really appreciate everyone and a lot of people jumping on board and being part of the team. That's great news. Thank you for sticking with it. It is always interesting to hear from you and see all the names and places and everything else for all the subscribers. It's fantastic. And yeah, I'll let you know when the next one comes out. It might be a little bit while because I got a bit of work to do on this island, and a bit of work to do on the main island, and a bit of work to do in the New World. But it is the holidays, and I have a little bit more time, so we shall see how it goes. Oh, that's why I wanted the windows. Oh no, concrete. Yes, windows, bricks, concrete. Oh, so much more to do. Anyway, that'll do for now. I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation